Okay, music teachers, today, after this video, you're gonna know how to teach your fourth and fifth grade students how to create music using loops on Bandlab education software. Let's go. When you come into Bandlab, this is the main page. What you're gonna do, and that means you already have a Google account, you click on those four dots. Scroll on over and you see Bandlab for Education. When you click on that, another window will pop up. And what you'll see here, join class, but I'm Mr. Young. I have a school that's Enterprise Elementary. And those are some classes that I've already set up. And those classes I can give assignment. If I want to create a new class, there you go. I can create a new class. From here, you'll notice that I have several classes. I click on one of the fifth grade classes, get into the fifth grade class, and we see here students are able to make comments about the assignment, communicate with their class, open in Mix Editor. That's going to open up the project that I created for the class. So you notice there's sounds and loops already in there. This is for them to have a start. They can change things, take stuff out, edit it, whatever. It gives them a start so it isn't just empty. They have something to work with. Now, once the students get into there, I would just make sure they understand, of course, how to get out of a window, how to save stuff. Edit button, not so important. View, kinda. Then we got go to the start. We got the play button. Go all the way to the end. Record button. The next number tells you where you are in time. This is the key signature. This is the tempo or BPM. That is the time signature. There's the metronome. So most of those things are really important. And also that lets you know that your track is looping or your song is looping. And there's undo and redo. Those are the important things to know so far in our project. And you notice there, I sent a little message, let them know what to do. You can give them that, of course, tell them, hey, that should be a title, but you can also put a part with instructions that adds a lot more. So now we want to teach students how to add their own sounds and make the music their own. So if you notice, there are lanes. Those lanes are considered tracks that contain music in them. And you notice how I'm able to select them. Now, the next thing is if I want to get rid of some, I can right click. Notice I right click and hit delete. Right click, hit delete. You can also select that same pane and hit delete and it will do the same thing, but generally right click, hit delete, or select it and delete the track. Same thing. Once you delete all of them, it's going to say, hey, we don't have anything. What do you want to do? So you click on Browse Loops. That's where our sounds are. If you look on the bottom right, you will see that we have loops is down there. Also, we have the assignment. Like if assignment brief is if the students get kind of confused, like what were we supposed to do? They could always go back to that. We'll hit loop. And there we go. Let's click. Let's kind of scroll a little bit. We can see the kind of sounds they have in there. So I'm going to choose something. I'm going to hit lo-fi. Hit on lo-fi. And I make sure that I hold down my mouse, my left click, and drag it over there. And it lives inside its own lane now. I'm going to take some drums. Drag it over there. Make sure I slide it a little bit so it's lined up good. Guitar, drag it over, drop it, slide it over. Get some keys, some keyboard sounds, and drag it over. Now, I'll make sure that is set. One thing you will notice that the red part right there, that makes the loop. So what I'm going to do now, so we can have a nice loop to listen to, I'm selecting it all, right-clicking, and I'm going to hit copy. Now I get the cursor to go right there, right-click again, and paste it. And there I have myself a loop, and there's a loop button. Make sure it's green, so that will make the red light up. And then we have a piece of music that's playing. And that's it. We got some music playing. Now we'll go to the next thing in a second, which is the tempo. We need to fix that. So now are the finishing touches to make sure students can get up and running. Now, if you look there, we have 85 BPMs, which is a moderate tempo. When we look for something and you want to teach the students is look at the tempo. That is 60, that saxophone jazz bop. That's a little bit slow. You probably want something closer to 85. It doesn't have to be 85. It can be between maybe 75 and maybe 95. So I picked an 85 BPM piece of music, and I'm pulling a bass. Then I'm pulling the drums over there. Then I go down a little bit, and I will pick a guitar. Now, of course, in time, they're going to just start pulling stuff that they like from wherever. But this is a good start. There's some horns that I'm going to pull in there and drop. And there we go. And let me see. We got some keys. Going to drop it in there. Now, this is a process that I would kind of go through with them. Right here. Now you see we have all this stuff. Now I'm going to select everything. Right click, copy, put our cursor to bar 3 and paste it. Now we kind of got a loop. Now it's going to be messy because there's a lot of stuff. So we put it to the start, play it. Okay, it's a little bit messy. It's a lot of stuff going on all at once that doesn't necessarily match together. So the process you're going to see now, I just turned off the loop. I'm going to copy the drums because drums usually go the whole time. And that's a good thing for students to know, to kind of keep it consistent and to make the music make sense. Okay, so right clicking again, pasting again. Okay. Just make it a little bit longer so we'll have something to work with. All right, so I'll scoot back. Look what I got here. Guitars. So instead of putting that right there, I'm going to move it forward so it'll be by itself. What do we got here? Some keys, keyboard sound. Maybe we'll try it with it. Let's see how that sounds. Let's see how messy it is. Okay, that's not bad. Just the horns and the drums and bass. So students will learn, okay, that doesn't sound right. That's okay. But one thing you want to, this is kids learning about composition and arranging right now. So they're learning, okay, maybe these things don't go together. So you would move that guitar over a little bit. And that way, things have a little bit more room to breathe. Bass usually goes with most of it if it matches up. And I'm going to paste some bass there. We're going to go back. We're going to listen to it. And that goes together. We know that. And you want to teach students that process of making a good judgment. Kids are good at that, and they don't need to have went to music school. They just know what they've heard before. Okay, and that makes sense. And I suggest doing the same thing right in front of them so they will understand this process. And then, of course, we could always continue with it and make it longer. So what I'm doing now, I'm making a loop like extra long, so jump right back to the beginning. And pretty much that's what you're working with.